Good evening and welcome to the Town Council special meeting for February 12th, 2019. Kindly rise and join us in the pledge to the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Paul, they have announcements on here, which I didn't think we were going to have, but are there any announcements?
No announcements for you, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Next is comments from the press and public. If you'd like to address council, just come to the mic. And seeing none, we'll go next on item number 1 under new business is the ratification of collective bargaining agreements. This evening we have 3 of them, and we'll address them one at a time.
Correct.
And we'll start with ASME 93, Local 3657. It's police lieutenants, captains, deputy fire chief, fire captains, fire marshal, the fire administrative officer, fire lieutenants, fire inspectors, and assistant communications supervisor. Contract is a 4-year contract from July 1st, 2019 to June 30th, 2023. Initial wage adjustments were 3% effective July 1st, 2019. Fire employees and 2% increase effective July 1st in each year for 4 years of the contract for all employees in the union. Police management training incentive can earn additional incentive of $416 a year if they attend certification in 2 additional FBI Law Enforcement Executive Development Association Leadership Institutes. It's an incentive in addition to the current command training certification incentive for having a certification in one of these leadership institutes. The prescription drug plan changed to the same as all other full-time employees. The fire department paramedic certification incentive has been increased from $1,500 to $3,500 per year, and this pertains to the fire department employees only. Life insurance benefits for spouse and children from increased to $10,000. Thank you. And the tentative agreement also includes other small benefits and language changes specific to the needs of the group as well as the town. Anybody have any questions or comments? Seeing none.
I just want to make a quick comment. You went through kind of quick. There's a 3% wage adjustment for the fire department employees only, and then 2% across the board for the entire union. So the fire department, because there's some adjustments to their pay scale to bring them more in line with neighboring towns and things like that. They're getting that extra 3% this year, which is above and beyond, in addition to the 2%. So just to make it's a little unclear. I don't want people running around asking, what are we trying to do?
Right. No, I
There's a
appreciate the
3% increase for
clarification.
them.
Absolutely. Nancy?
Thank you. Should we also discuss the concessions the union has made regarding the Cadillac health plans in the
Yes.
future?
Did you want to speak to that? Or?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think everyone needs to understand that as it stands, the Affordable Care Act, hypothetically, it hasn't been instituted yet, can penalize those businesses and municipalities, entities that have Cadillac plans. And that will be defined by a certain amount of money that the plan is worth. For example, and these are not the figures, but let's say, for example, that the Cadillac plan is defined as anything worth $20,000 for the plan. And let's say our people have a $25,000 plan. Then the difference, which means $5,000, the town will have to pay a 40% penalty. Okay? Based upon that, roughly, if those numbers were correct, which I'm sure they're not, but if they were, and we had 100 employees, we'd have a $200,000 penalty we'd have to pay. The unions have conceded that if that is established and implemented, then they will adjust their health insurance plans to go below the definition of a Cadillac plan. That means that they'll change their health plan, which is a major concession. So even though it's not instituted yet, part of the contract negotiation has been, if that occurs, they will in fact change their policy so that the town does not have to pay the penalty. And I think that's a major concession, which I'd like to thank them for.
Thank you, Nancy. Yes, Paul?
And that concession we received on all 5 unions. So it's with all 5 unions. That was one of the major concessions that they all accepted, the Cadillac tax plan language.
Thank you. It's nothing further? Somebody'd like to make a motion?
Okay, Mr. Chairman, I move that the town council ratify the tentative agreement reached with the AFSCME 93, Local 3657, Police and Fire Supervisors, which includes a net cost of $68,421 in the first year, so that the tentative agreement may be put on the warrant for voter approval at the town meeting.
Motion by Barbara, seconded by Tom. Would you like to speak further to your motion?
Motion speaks for itself.
Very good. Everybody else set? Call the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, abstain. That's 5-0-0, and I did forget to mention that Billy Boyd and Pete Albert are excused this evening. Thank you. Next collective bargaining agreement is Teamsters Local 633, which includes, oh my gosh, let me see. Yeah, the wastewater chief operator, industrial pretreatment manager, laboratory manager, wastewater maintenance manager, equipment maintenance foreman, the secretary slash scale operator, secretary, solid waste foreman, road and bridges foreman, construction and highway foreman, parks and recreation foreman, and assistant maintenance manager. The contract is a duration of 3 years from July 1st, 2019 to June 30th, 2022. Wage adjustment is 2% increase in each year of the contract. Short-term disability insurance changed from 70% up to $700 per week to 60%, but remove the cap. There is a boot allowance increase from $130 to $200 per year, and the tentative agreement as well includes other small benefits and language changes specific to the needs of the group as well as the town. Does anybody have any comments or questions? Seeing none? Nancy?
Thank you. I was just about to do that. I move that the town council ratify the tentative agreement reached with the Teamsters Local 633, Public Works Supervisors and Secretaries, which includes a net cost of $18,146 in the first year, so that the tentative agreement may be put on the warrant for voter approval at the town meeting.
Motion by Nancy, seconded by Tom Koenig. Sorry, Barbara. Any further discussion?
I think it's
Thank you very much, Nancy. Seeing no further discussion, I'll call the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, abstained, 5-0-0. Next collective bargaining agreement is the ASME 93 Local 2986, which includes the maintainer 1 position, recycling attendant, equipment operator 1, operator 1, mechanic 1, equipment operator 2, the compost foreman, equipment operator 3, the lab technician, operator 2, mechanic 2, and operator 2/lab technician. And this contract is a duration of 3 years from July 1st, 2019 to June 30th, 2022. It's a 2% wage increase effective July 1st in each year of the 3 years of the contract for all employees in the union. The differential pay changed from 75 cents to $1 an hour in this contract, and the clothing allowance it has been changed to increase an allowance of $200 to $275 effective July 1st, 2021, and increase clothing allowance to $300. The tentative agreement as well includes other small benefit and language changes specific to the needs of the group as well as the town. Anybody have anything further? Paul?
That differential pay change from 75 to $1 an hour is for Saturday and Sunday differential. So the employees who are regularly scheduled to work on Saturday and Sunday get a differential, and that's an increase in that differential.
Okay. Thank you, Paul. See nothing? I'll accept the motion.
Yeah, I'll motion. I move that the town council ratify the tentative agreement reached with the AFSCME 93 Local 29 86,
Yes.
Teamster.
oh, where is it? Oh, no.
Teamster, just label this Teamsters.
It- It's
Yeah,
ASME.
it's,
I had that corrected.
DPW laborers is that contract.
okay, so, yeah, so the DPW labors, which includes a net cost of 51,542 in the first year, so the tentative agreement may be put on the warrant for voter approval at town meeting. Yeah, so that's all.
Motion by Tom Thornton, seconded by Barbara.
No, it speaks for itself.
Speaks for itself. No further discussion? I see none. I'll call the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
So that was
Abstained? 500. Thank you very much for that. I guess questions from the press? Seeing none. Questions from the public? Questions from the council? Tom?
Did you want to make a comment about Bill's email, or you want me to say it?
If you would like to, because
Bill
I
had sent an email saying he couldn't make it to tonight's meeting,
Thank
but
you,
he
Tom.
wanted his thoughts portrayed, that he supported the contracts, and special appreciation to the team of Eileen, Paul, and Sharon for their work on the town's behalf for negotiating it. I want to add my thanks to you folks for doing your job, and to the unions for coming to the table and getting all of these contracts settled so that we can go to the town meeting vote with everything settled and not something pending or hanging over our heads. It was a good job. I appreciate everybody's efforts and work on that.
Thank you, Tom. Anything further? Yes, I think we all concur. We appreciate the staff's efforts that went in, and as well the unions for working with us.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Motion by Tom Thornton, seconded by Nancy. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, 500. Thank you.